Let's do this. It's about 5:20 in the morning right now. It's Saturday, September 1st. Happy Saturday, guys. I hope that you guys have had a fantastic month so far. It was a very, very good month for me. I had a phenomenal month. Every month I have a really good month, guys. I apologize if I still sound very coarse right now. I literally just woke up. So what I'm going to be doing, guys, is I'm going to be shorting XMR, which you guys just saw my limit order execute there or heard it. And the reason why I'm going to short it is because this just reached the one-to-one extension right here. And because it reached the one-to-one extension, it looks like the fifth subwave of the third wave is going to fall very hard soon. We can easily see XMR super high in RSI right now, okay? And also, there we go. So more of my orders just executed right here. You guys may not see all of it, but definitely a good amount of it executed. So if you guys take a note of, it's just incredibly high in RSI, guys. So I'm trying to get into some very, very small positions for XMR. I just got into 20 so far, and 20 is only like $2,000, which is small to me, right? So I'm just going to be only getting into about a 100 XMR position, which is Monero, if you guys are not familiar with it, okay? The volume definitely picked up as well to about 8 million. So because it picked up so much, I'm actually happy to be shorting it. Now I'm also looking at Dash right now, okay? Looking at Dash right here, I see that this is the first wave right here. This is second. This is like a third wave, 1, 2, and this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I believe it's gonna come down very soon too, like very, very, very soon. Yeah, I don't see any signs of bearish divergence quite yet, okay, to be quite honest. Not yet, but we will most likely see it soon. We look at a 6-hour chart, it's trending very high still, so I got no reason to want to short it yet, but it's certainly on my radar, okay? So I'm also going to be shorting more of EOS as well, okay? Keep in mind that I'm a bear at heart, guys. Right, I'm a bear at heart, and it's what I specialize in, shorting. I like to catch things as it goes up and just make sure that I am trying to short small amounts at a time and only play it a few percentages at a time. We see trending here very high, right? On the 1-hour chart with extremely high RSI that just simply cannot peak higher than this point right now. So every time it gets to roughly these points, I'm always interested in shorting it because technically it's what it's telling us, right? I see a hanging man here as well, okay? Do you guys see this candle? This is called a hanging man candle. What a hanging man candle is, it's exactly what the name implies, right? It's got a very small body with a lower wick, with a longer lower wick. It implies that the bears are starting to take control, but they don't necessarily have all control. But it does imply that the bears are starting to take profit or they're starting to enter short positions. The very small wick up implies that the bulls made an attempt to push it up, then the bears simply just pushed it down, right? We're seeing very, very small momentum gained here as well. The histogram just simply cannot get too much higher. So because this histogram was incredibly high over here, and this histogram is very low here, yeah, it makes me realize that, hey, there's a really good chance that we're not gonna get much higher highs. So now what I like to do is I like to manage my positions or manage my limit orders just simply by changing it, right? If I see the market being driven down a little bit, I will adjust my price accordingly, okay? So I'm only gonna get into a very tiny position once again. Not really big at all. I will hope for just a tiny, tiny little gain, guys, which I'm incredibly happy for. And I'm probably going to end up taking the Fibonacci range of just this right here, right? But you guys have to understand that this is going to be like a 2% gain, and that's exactly what I'm doing, right? I'm just going for these tiny little small gains that make me pretty happy. I don't need to go for big gains, guys. I live literally 1 to 2 to 3% at a time, right? So if I'm playing a $10,000 position with very small fees, my fees are the same as you guys, just so you know, okay? Identical, right? It's not any higher, it's not any lower. It's the same as you guys because I don't have 0% fees anymore. Bitfinex completely changed it. So we see a lot of bears on EOS starting to get aggressive with the pricing here. Monero, you know what? Like Dash is a coin that I'm really interested in shorting. So because it gains so much percentage. So every time you guys do a scan, what I highly recommend doing is, first of all, sort it by 24-hour volume, okay? Sort it by 24-hour volume, and then look at the percentage change within 24 hours. What you see is Monero clearly went up quite a bit, right? 11.4%. You see Dash going up 15% as well. So just because you guys missed an uptrend doesn't mean that you still can't capitalize on it, right? That's why I personally like to short the market. I like to short the market because I miss uptrends quite often. And when I miss these uptrends, I simply just end up shorting the market. It makes complete sense, right, guys? So now I'm going to add more to my position. As you guys see here, we're adding about $1,600 at a time. I'm in a decent sized position for EOS now. I'm in a $43,000 position, which is fairly small to me, to be quite honest, okay? You guys have seen me play like $100,000 positions quite often, right? But I don't need to play anything that big yet, and I'm only laddering pretty much every, we'll say every few percentages at a time. So there we go now. I'm in a decent sized position once again. I'm at $45,000 now. Not bad. I'm glad that there's always reliable funding available. So for Monero, I'm in a $7,000 position. I'm hoping to get a very decent gain on EOS, right? So let's say I even just take this one right here. Okay guys, I'm gonna show you something on EOS, okay, before I go back to here. Actually, you know what, let's finish off what I was gonna say. Even if I took just this specific structure right here for EOS, in my $45,000 position, guys, even if I got a 2.5% gain, you know, we'll just say like that's gonna be like a $950 profit, like a $1,000 profit, right? That's a really, really good profit. Keep in mind, this is my strategy that's catered to my specific personality of scalping. So Monero is having a little bit of trouble getting up there right now. I'm just laddering it extremely slowly just to see how the market reacts. I have it at 1269. I'm going to undercut myself at 1268 right here as well. Yeah, I simply cannot see it breaking up higher than that, guys. Let's see what else is on here. I don't really care about other coins right now, actually. This is the one that I'm trading. This is the one that I'm going to keep an eye on. There's absolutely no point of me keeping an eye on other coins right now if I'm not shorting it, right? So I'm going to change this to EOS just because it's out of habit to have EOS in the middle. And I'll change this one to Monero. Now these ones are usually never on my eye. But the reason why it's on my eye is just because oh, there we go. There's EOS spiking up a little bit now. It's because I'm playing it right now, right, guys? All right. You guys hear my limits getting executed, right? Actually, I don't think you guys do you? Yeah, you do. My microphone is recording it from there as well. So Bitcoin must be doing something right now because the market is certainly reacting to these. It could be a positive correlation between them. Bitcoin's going up a little bit. You guys see that, right? A small little spike of $25 can do so much to the market if you guys have noticed. So now Monero is at about 123. It's going up because Bitcoin gained about $25, right? We have to remember the correlation in the market always. Man, such a tiny position, guys, that even if it dropped a tiny amount, like I'll be incredibly happy. So what are these guys at right now? Wow, okay. All right, incredibly high on the 1 hour chart. Check out the 1 hour chart right here for Monero. Like that, we're talking about really high RSI. It finally broke that resistance on the RSI, and there's literally no form of bearish divergence whatsoever on Monero. But I'm still going to short it because, well, there's no signs of bearish divergence on the RSI. But what we're seeing is histogram is having a very tough time getting higher than that, if you've noticed, okay? Just based on price action and just looking at the level 2, yeah, people are buying, right? But price action wise, there's still lots of tension to come down. Look at the 1 hour chart that just formed on Monero. We got a bearish spinning top here, but in a bullish form with a green candle. But nevertheless, every time, like for example, look right here, okay guys? This is a clean run up. And then we see this hanging man right here, right? Kind of like a hanging man without a wick to the top. Then here we see two tweezer top combinations with one last bullish run up. To me, that's signaling that the market is trying to be driven down already, okay? And we're starting to see signs already here with a doji, for example, or a hanging man as well, right? So now it's being driven up a tiny bit. Big whoop did he do? Not really that scared. 1 hour chart is extremely high right now, right? And don't worry guys, it's not possible for me to get liquidated in any way whatsoever. Yeah. Not really worried guys. Like here I'm filling it up at 668 still. Okay, let's go look at every single chart's RSI once again, okay? Bitcoin, sure, it's going to 778. Is any chart really high? Like here, for example, on EOS, like where we are right now for price action, it's clearly a higher high than previously, right? Yes, absolutely. But look at this RSI right here and how low it is, which implies that we're losing strength every time we go up. Let's just keep going up the charts right now. This is a much higher high once again for price action, but look at the RSI. So that the 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart is so freaking high right now that this is one of the smoothest runs I've seen. But like any other smooth run, it eventually just collapses because the RSI just gets too high, guys. Like here's a 2 hour chart right here. Histogram is just having a lot of trouble. Started to downtick already, coming down, goes up once, coming down again, right? And if you compare histogram from the previous to now, yeah. I just have a hard time believing that it's going to get any higher than that. If it does, like honestly, 685 at the absolute highest. Now let's look at Monero again, okay? Look how high this RSI is on a 3 hour chart. It's at 78 right now. Now it doesn't mean it can't get to like 85 or 90 or something like that, okay? It doesn't mean it can't get to that, but you gotta go based on the facts that we see, which is we're trying to take a chance as it's getting incredibly high. Some people will wait for confirmation, which is what I do a lot of the times. But other times what I do is I'll assume that risk, which I don't mind, and try to actually catch it at the top because it's very profitable. Although I do not recommend this for beginners whatsoever. Okay, do not do it whatsoever for beginners. You want to wait for confirmation first. So what I'm doing is very advanced, right? Keep in mind I'm a professional in the market. This is what I do for a living. And I do not recommend, once again, that you guys do this. So take a look here on the 45-minute chart, which is sort of giving it away from me, okay? That's definitely giving it away from me right now, how it's forming this kind of top, right? You guys see? Even though we're getting higher highs every time, Monero just wants to break down. Yeah, I can't help but think it wants to break down. I mean, we're in a $12,000 position already. Maybe we should just get into like 125 Monero just to make it an even 15,000. What do you guys think, huh? Yeah, 15,000 is a really good number. So let's just add a little bit more to our short position here, so we can have some leeway to. Actually, I don't think I should, right? Because I'm only down like 0.84%. Let's ladder a little bit more and be controlled and have discipline, remove emotion out of the game, and don't be greedy. Last thing I want to do is add more to my position if I don't need to right now. I'm perfectly happy with this based on a risk to reward perspective right now. Okay, based on a risk to reward to perspective, I'm literally in a 1-to-1, guys. This is a phenomenal position for me to be in. Okay, right there. And I'm probably going to end up cutting it short if it gets to roughly, we'll say, $1.24. But realistically, what I'll do, or sorry, not $1.24, $1.25. But realistically, what I will do, guys, is I will add more to my position and double up on it because I'm incredibly bearish already. How can I not, right? I do believe that EOS is going to make one more small run up. This is only the fourth wave coming down. This will make an ABC. And then I think we're going to get to maybe 685 at most. But guys, I've got another $100,000 that I'm absolutely willing to play with. Right? I'll keep you guys updated. There's not much else to say right now. It's literally a waiting game. And I'm not going to get greedy once again. I'm only down like $1,600, which in the grand scheme of things is literally nothing compared when you consider how much capital I have to short still in the market, right? We're talking about a massive short position of 100K that I can still add to it. So I'll see you guys later. It's 5 in the morning right now. And yeah, I'll update you guys in a few hours. I'm just going to get up, go to the gym, start my day, have some breakfast, and probably head to my folks to stay there for the weekend. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Oh, we needed somebody to lean on. Everybody start cracking. It's too early for this. Woo! 7 in the morning, guys. Philicon's already up $1,400 American. Easy, easy, easy. Okay? Okay, let's review this now, guys. Let's review it for my baby whales, okay? What happened here? So I said very clearly, guys, that I was going to start shorting and laddering my EOS position, right? I started laddering my short position at 640, okay? And then I actually was out, and then I realized, oh no, it went up to 662 ranges. And then I added actually 2,000 to my short position on Friday, right, guys? And then on Saturday, I realized, oh, it actually went up to 668. So then I started laddering my position even more, right? And here is how I did my target, okay? Check this out, guys. You guys see what I closed my position at right here? $6.34 range, right? So what I did right here was I took my Fibonacci range of this whole structure right there, okay? Right there, this structure right there. And then what I did was I said to myself, all right, I'm gonna close it slightly around here, 634, which was exactly between the 382 and also the 0.5 Fibonacci region, right? That's where I closed mine right there at 634-ish. So that was perfect, actually. So once again, guys, easy trade. And Monero, pretty much the exact same setup as well there, which I'll go over with you guys another time. So anyways, cheers. Who needs to work for the rest of the day when you're already up to $1,400 American? Bam! I'm gonna take my profit right here in front of you guys, because that's how Mama Whale does it.